Double A. That's Cowboy Joe. I am Jay-Z. This is the Football Fundamentals. I may have said we were going to start a live stream this week. Yeah. Well, since we have one supporter, thanks, What's Up. I'm not going to kill myself over it. We're going to start the live stream next season. We're going to launch it off with our fantasy draft. We're going to do it live.
Right? Cool.
So if those people drafting want a little insight, then they can watch us. And we'll be talking about shit. Yeah. We'll be picking. I mean, after all, this is a $1,000 winner take all deal, and we're going to be up here just giving away our secrets. But there's three of us. They're all by themselves. I think that's fair. I just want to go over a few things for the off season. We're going to cover college players. This is what we do best, in my opinion, is we cover all year round, and we're in the rhythm. That's why we start the year so hot, and it carries on. We're still doing real good picking games.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh,
but this offseason, I wanted to do a few episodes, so if you guys are subscribed and you hit that bell notification, you won't miss them. One is betting on games in general, do's and don'ts, what everything means, how to make money with a losing record, how to make money in general, how to gamble. Just refresher course for those who don't know, and if people, want to learn, we're going to break it all down. I'm going to do another, we're going to have a couple more specifically for Dynasty Leagues, setting one up. Different settings, different stuff you want to add or have in or not have in, because it is different than a standard league. I'm going to have a tips and tricks for playing in a Dynasty League, because it is different. There is a transition. Mm-hmm. It's good to know. Don't you yawn in this podcast.
I yawn because I'm in 2 Dynasty Leagues with you, and you haven't done too good in either one.
It's a Dynasty League. You got to build. You got to build for the future. And then we're going to have one more that is for trading specifically. We have a pretty comprehensive trading thing we've been working on for a month now or so. We'll get that out this offseason. I think a lot of people in general have mixed feelings on trading, mainly because everybody started with seasonal leagues. And when you go to a Dynasty League, it's a lot different. And we'll give you all the figures, stats, and reasons for this. Also, places to go to get right evaluations for things that are variables, like picks. What are they worth? Things of that nature. But in the offseason, we're going to go through the players for the combine, show you people we like. We're going to go follow the combine. We're going to do each team with their cap room, free agents that we think they should get or they should move on, new signings. Every team will be covered. Free agency starts March 17th. Combine starts March 8th. So March is going to be around that time frame that we do that. We're going to have, after all this, we know all the teams need. So we're going to have mock drafts like everybody else does in the world because it's fun. Mm-hmm. NFL drafts April 23rd. So that'll be before that date. Then, of course, we'll do our greatest preseason rankings of all time. And, mock fantasy drafts, preseason movers, things of that nature. Season starts September 9th. So if you're bored in the offseason and you want football, we don't stop. We don't stop. You guys have anything to add?
No. Sounds like a terrific little lineup.
Ready to get into it.
Let's get into it.
Do it.
Game 1, Titans, Jaguars. 53 is over under. Jaguars are getting 7.5. I like Chenault.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He's proven to be at least the number 2 for their long term. I like Chark. A lot of things around him that are issues. Chenault's a constant. I like that. Chenault, Robinson, those are the only 2 things on offense I can pull into next season. I like Chark.
I'd still pull him into next season.
He's going to be too high. He's going to be taken too high. I like other people.
Maybe, yeah.
Those are the only 2 people I'm looking at next season. But for this game specifically, I think they can cover. I think they can cover the Titans.
They played the Vikings very well last week, and the Titans are on a down week, getting beat up pretty bad by the Browns. I don't see that. I think the Titans are going to bounce back big, especially Derrick Henry after fumbling last week. He's angry. He wants to get back at it, and this is a bad Jags run D.
Yeah, I looked this up. I wrote this down. I lost it. So I'm going to say that to asterisk this. I'm not going to look it up here now on the spot. So these numbers are not correct.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So everybody knows?
Okay.
So I'm going to throw arbitrary numbers because it's close to this to give you the idea of what I've looked up. The Jaguars lose by a margin of 5 points. That's their average. It's not 5 points. Somewhere around there. But it's less than 7.5. I think they can cover. I think the Jaguars could play good. They'll probably lose the game, most likely. They're not elite by any means.
With Mike Glennon quarterback, come on.
He didn't play bad last week.
Yeah, but he didn't win the game. He kind of lost it.
Yeah, but a lot of people do that, like Brett Favre.
Yeah, but at least he's done good, though.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think there's going to be a lot of running in the game. I don't know if it gets to 53 points. I think Derrick Henry runs. I think they lean on Robinson a lot. I think the clock goes through pretty quick. I have a 24-17 Titans. I think Titans win pretty good. I think the game goes pretty quick. But I have the Jaguars covered.
Yeah, no, you're wrong. Tennessee's going to win the game by 10, 31-21. Like Double A said, they're going to bounce back after that beating that freaking Cleveland gave them. I think that pinched a nerve. Mm-hmm. You can't get beat up by Cleveland and not come back the next week wanting to whip somebody's ass.
Ain't no guess. That's what it's going to be.
That's what it's going to be.
That's what I got it, too. I got 31-21, so I'm right with them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can put me on the board if you want. I just win them, so.
That's not worth putting you on the board yet. Not yet.
Vikings, Buccaneers. Vikings are getting 7. 51.5. I think it does hit the over on this. Or at least comes close to the over-under. I think this is a high-scoring game.
I think it's safe to hit the over.
I think the Vikings are doing what I thought they could do. I still don't like Cousins, but he's ballsy. Which makes him good in fantasy.
Yeah.
Real life, not the best, but he's gonna wing the ball around. I think he'll have another great game. I called last week he'd have a good game. I started him because I didn't really have any quarterbacks. I had Matt Ryan, and I started Cousins over Matt Ryan. That's why I put that up there, or you guys put me up there because I was like, Matt Ryan's not going to have a good game. I think Cousins has another good game. I don't think they're good enough to beat the Buccaneers. I have it 28-24. I think they can cover, though.
Yeah, Cousins should have a good game. I think Jefferson definitely has another good game. I mean, Tampa Bay's worst part is the secondary, but that run defense is a stout run defense. They're allowing 3.04 yards per carry, which is the lowest in the league, 642 yards on the year, which is the lowest in the league. If Dalvin Cook can break through in this game, I think the Minnesota Vikings have a realistic shot at beating the Buccaneers, because the Buccaneers haven't quite looked that great this year.
Are you talking about the run defense for the Buccaneers?
Yeah.
You mean the people who have Sue and Gerald McCoy, two of the top defensive linemen in the league? Yeah, it's hard to run against two 350-pound fat asses.
If Cook can do it, though, and he is capable of doing it.
He's capable of running around. I don't know how he does in between the tackles up the gut, but I think they can get around.
They haven't allowed a single rusher over 59 yards this year.
They do have good outside linebackers. Yeah, I think they can cover. I
feel like Cook's going to have a 100-yard game here.
I don't think Tampa Bay's offense is that good.
Not yet.
They're getting better. I do like their defense. I think the Vikings have enough offensive power to match them. I think it'll stay close. But I think there's going to be points scored in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you think the Bucs offense isn't that good. I'm not a Tom Brady guy. But when you got Godwin and Evans out there, you got Ronald Jones who lights it up if they can lead Fournette off the field.
What, is he going to get a 1-yard touchdown pass?
He might, but that's good for fantasy.
He's done that 4 times this year. He's got a 1-yard touchdown pass. That's what he's good for.
Well, because now Brady's got...
he doesn't mesh with Tom Brady's style. He needs
Brown
an
there.
Edelman.
That's why he's got Brown there. Brown kind of fills that gap that Evans can't do.
Yeah.
You still got Godwin going deep. I mean, when you still got 3 capable receivers and a good running back,
They should be better than 7-5.
that's true. But
The Vikings should be better than 6-6.
when you're running the ball,
They are
buzzsaws.
6-1 over the last 7 weeks. No, I believe it. They started out 1-5, and then they only lost 1 game since that.
Yeah.
So they went 5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're in the playoffs right now.
yeah. I think they're a good team. Like I said, I think they cover. I don't think they can beat the Buccaneers.
I don't even think they cover. I got 28-20.
Wow. Yeah, I think they covered 30-27.
Moving on quickly through these. We got the Chiefs Dolphins. 49.5. Dolphins are getting 7. I really wanted to pick the Dolphins to win this game. Really wanted to.
There's a reason why you didn't.
I was looking at all the numbers and I was like, oh yeah, you can make numbers look good for you, and I just couldn't make it do it. Yeah, the Dolphins aren't going to win this game. I think they're good though. I think they have a shot at winning this game. Tua needs to get better. Now. He's a rookie, and he's playing like a rookie, and he's very hesitant. He's afraid to release the ball. He doesn't trust himself pre-snap.
That's what you're going to get.
I know. But he does move good in the pocket. He does go on from the second to third read. Every time he throws the ball, it looks like he doesn't want to. Like he second guesses it. There's not a lot of confidence in him. I think he's so afraid of losing the game that he's not playing the game, to give them a shot to win. But I think he's got a ceiling. I think they should play him this year. I just don't think they expected to go to the playoffs. And now that they're like, you can do it. I think Tua just under too much pressure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But 31-26 Chiefs. I'm gonna pick the Dolphins to cover. I can't pick them to win.
I can't pick them to cover. I have it 28-20. But yesterday, I mean, with Myles Gaskin still active, I thought, yeah, they got a realistic shot of doing it. Lean on the run because that's what the Chiefs are bad at. But now he's on COVID. You can't pound the ball. You still got Salvon Ahmed out. So what running back are you using? Breida? You can't pound the ball with him.
They've been just as effective with anybody that's been back there.
Howard.
But
they don't have anybody.
Howard and Breida can't get the job done like Gaskin.
Before Gaskin came in, they struggled at running the ball.
Yeah.
But ever since Gaskin came in, when he left again,
and they brought in Ahmed.
They were just as
it
effective.
worked because he was the same style. He was able to pound it. Breida can't pound it.
I agree with that statement.
And with that, Miami gets beat up. I got Kansas City winning 37-20. Give them the points. Get them the heck out the way.
I am in the lead of picking, right?
You are.
Yeah, you're in the lead. Yeah.
And so far, you guys have disagreed with me all the way to this point. Maybe one.
I think
one
so.
or
I
two.
think maybe one I'm with you, but
All right,
yeah,
well, someone's
mostly.
either catching me or I'm running away with it.
Actually, I disagree on every single game with you. Yeah.
Ooh.
So it could be bad.
One way.
Broncos, Panthers, 47 is the over-under. Broncos are getting 3. Broncos are coming into their own.
Slowly.
They still have a lot of problems, but it's not their fault. And I think they're dealing with the adversity well.
Yeah.
I think the Broncos could pull an upset here. And you know how I feel about Carolina. I'm going to pick Carolina to win because I think they're just doing everything right. They're going to be a powerhouse. Like I called the Cardinals, and everybody said I was crazy. They got real good real fast.
Yeah.
Panthers going to get real good real fast. They're just not quite there.
Yeah.
Broncos are more there now than they were to start the season. So I think the Broncos very well could have 5, 6, 7, 8 wins if they were full strength going into the season.
I think they would have at least 6 wins if they were full strength.
Yeah.
Minimum.
So I say that with a little bit of a asterisk because the Panthers haven't had McCaffrey. So
Yeah, not going to have them this week.
not like they were full strength either. But I have it 23-21 Panthers. I think this is the good game. I want to watch this game.
Yeah. This will probably
Not
be a
that
good
it
game.
matters too much in real life, but I just think it's a good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way Patrick's been coming along in Denver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it seems like he's been the guy now over Judy since Sutton's been out. And I like the way he's been coming along. But I still think Carolina wins this one 24-20.
Yeah,
Denver doesn't quite cover.
Patrick's been playing on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
been playing well.
I think next season when Sutton comes back, I think Judy and Patrick are going to compete for the outside spot. Whoever loses is just going to go to the slot. Still going to have the volume, still going to play, but I think they both want to be that outside guy, and they might get pissy if they don't get what they want. I don't know. Randy Moss people come around all the time.
Yeah.
This is why Brandon Cooks has been on 5 teams. This is the exact reason. He wants to play on the outside, and he's going to whine about it. So
He's just not as vocal as other players like Odell. But yeah.
Yeah, there's a way to complain, and public eye is not the way to complain.
But for this game, I do have the Broncos winning. I think they win this 24-23.
Oh, wow.
I mean, McCaffrey still, Davis has been able to fill in pretty well. He did good against them last time.
Yeah.
But you had DJ Moore out this week, too. So you have Robbie Anderson. You have Mike Davis. So those are your 2 weapons going against Denver, who's pretty much has their full offense for what it is this year. I think they can take advantage of this. I think that Jerry Jeudy. I think Jerry Jeudy has a good game.
I just think Teddy Bridgewater is just a much better quarterback, especially since Locke hasn't had that much time.
Did you get it? Whatever was going on up in there?
Dude, I got something in my eye.
You was rubbing the hell.
Let's stop the show because I got a thing in my eye. Settle down.
You're like a genie rubbing a lamp. All right.
I'm a genie or I'm the lamp?
Both.
Your face was the lamp. You was rubbing the hell out that thing. All right, moving on.
Would I pick that game?
Yeah.
I sometimes just like ignore what you guys say. No, I'm just.
I think he listens with partial hearing.
Texans Bears 44.5. Went from a pick 'em to +2. So obviously everybody thinks the Texans are going to win this game. I do too. 24-21. I'd take the Texans. They're playing good right now. Bears are playing the worst football they have all year.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've been playing rough all year.
They have, but they're bad. And I'm just
Both
not a
bad right now.
I think the quarterback move back to Trubisky gave them kind of a spark on offense, but I mean, you're talking about getting a AA battery to shock a fish back to life on dry land. There's no point. There's no chance. Nothing's going to happen. You're just electrocuting a dead fish. That's what you're doing.
I was trying to hold it in too, but I thought that's one weird analogy, but all right.
It's a made up on the spot of analogy. No, they're a dead fish. And no matter what you do, it's not going to help.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say beating a dead horse. It's overplayed, so I made up my own.
Dead fish.
That's right.
Dead fish.
Shocking a dead fish.
Shocking
I like
a dead
it.
fish.
Shocking a dead fish.
Clear.
I mean, yeah, the Bears' run defense has been getting a little better each week, but its pass defense has been getting a little worse each week. So with David Johnson out, they don't really have to worry about the run.
Right.
And then you have Fuller still out, so you're throwing to Cooks and Kiki. Yeah, that's all you get. Yeah, Atkins, I guess, if you have a tight end, you can throw him out as a decent flyer.
Right.
But they have nobody. I think the Bears cover 21-20. It's only 2, but still.
Yeah. All that shit being said, I still think Chicago pulls out the upset. I got them winning 24-21. I think Chicago wins it outright.
Yeah, I've been trying to defend the Bears for 4 weeks. I think they lost 4 straight games.
So this is the week.
Hopefully. I feel bad for
I think
them.
this is one of the few weeks I picked the Bears to win.
I'm tired of picking the Bears. They look terrible, and no matter how much talent they have and what they should do, they just don't do it. I have more confidence in the Lions to try to put film together
Oh, yeah, I
than
don't
the
know about
Bears.
that now anymore. I jumped off that Lions bandwagon quick.
The Lions did beat the Bears last week. It was week 4.
I know, as soon as I jumped off the bandwagon and beat them, I was like, damn it.
Cardinals Giants 45 went up to 46.5.
This is hard to tell because Arizona started off so strong, and they've faded the last few weeks. And now the Giants are coming on. And with Jones coming back, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing with Jones coming. He had a pretty bad hamstring injury. And for him to come back after 1 week, when any player in the league takes at least 3.
Yeah,
I mean,
but players in the league come back from a hamstring have to run full speed the whole game.
I mean, yeah,
He's
I get
not
that
a-
he doesn't have to run.
He's
but
not a running
still.
quarterback. He might have to
Yeah,
jog
but I
at
mean,
times.
it ain't gonna take much for us to scramble out of there, and
Yeah, I agree.
especially with McCoy. McCoy was not playing that badly.
No, he wasn't playing bad.
I would have left him out a couple more weeks.
Yeah, but with Jones there, that's all the more reason for me to take Gallman. I mean, he's the RB6 from week 7 to 13, and he had a bye week in those weeks.
Yeah.
He's killing it right now, and you play him no matter what if you have him.
Yeah, it makes you think, would Saquon be killing it right now?
You would think so.
Because
Yeah.
from what I've seen this season from the Giants, they want a traditional running back. Saquon's not that. They need more of like a Derrick Henry, Zeke Elliott, Robinson. Guy who's better at running than like getting outside the pocket. You know, sweeps or screens or over the middle catches. That's kind of more of a skill set that they're not utilizing. Like, I don't know if they're just doing it because they don't have Saquon, but it seems to me like Gallman's kind of a better fit with his style.
It seems to be working really well right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Giants. I think the Cardinals come back. They're not this bad. They played bad. Kind of called it. I started doing the downtrend. I think they come back. I have it close. This is a pick 'em to me. I wouldn't pick the spread. I have it 26-24 Cardinals. I could easily see the Giants win this game.
Yeah, I'll take him to win 24-21.
I'll take the Cardinals to win at 31-27. I don't think the Giants are quite there yet. Not enough to beat the Cardinals or cover that 2-point spread.
Cowboys Bengals.
Ugh.
43 is the over-under. Bengals are getting 3. I think this is the perfect matchup.
Yeah.
I said last week, and I think that whole division ends strong. I think the Giants are playing better. I think the Redskins are playing better. That's right, I said it.
I mean,
I'm
the
still
Redskins
saying-
are playing better.
Yeah, now he's saying it. No, I will never call them anything but the Redskins till they get a new name. So I think they're all playing better. The Cowboys have to win this game. They have to. And not only is this an easy game for them to win because they're more talented across the board, they have to try to win this division.
Absolutely, they're going to try, but I don't see them win this division. The Giants they're leading this division by like half a game, Washington, but they're same record. I think Washington finishes stronger than the Giants and goes to the playoffs.
Actually, I think Washington's leading it because I think Washington's beaten the Giants.
Are they? Okay.
I believe so.
I don't know how I think they split, if I remember. Did they play twice?
Yeah, they played twice. No, the Giants are in the playoffs right now, and Washington's not.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
They must have split with the Eagles.
That might be it.
But anyway, I have 2017 Cowboys. I'm going to take the Cowboys to clear the 3. The line moved, so if you want to say 21-17, fine. I don't think the Bengals can hang with the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to play good football from here on to the rest of the season. Whether they make the playoffs or not, I don't know. It's mostly for pride at this point. But I think they're a much better team, especially without Burrow.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys winning it as well, 20-14.
Yeah, I have it 21-17. I'll take them to cover.
Yeah.
Colts Raiders. Raiders getting 351.5. This is an easy game for me to pick. I like Pittman. I like Naheem Hines this week. I think Naheem Hines has a game.
I think Naeem Hines. No, Taylor?
I think Waller has a bad game this week.
Waller's a bad game.
Just because
Can he do that?
Huh?
Can he do that?
Have a bad game?
Yeah.
I think he can. Just because you can exploit a bad Jets defense doesn't mean you can exploit a good Colts defense. I've said this, and I look back, because I have timestamps in most of them. Everyone that I did timestamps in. I have called in the favor of the Colts. Not saying I was correct, but I've called in the favor of the Colts for 8 consecutive weeks, defending the exact same thing. They can put up over 24 points. They do it every week. And every week, everyone's like, oh, they can't score that many points. Their offense sucks. Their offense does suck. They still score that many points every week. And the Raiders, you can hold them to under 20 points. I would take this all day. I have it 27-17. I have a 10-point spread. So the 3, it's easy.
Yeah, I thought it would be too. I got Indy winning 24-17.
Yeah, I have it 28-21. I mean, the Raiders, they've been struggling the last couple of weeks against Atlanta and then the Jets.
And there's no way they're going to get that Ruggs playing it on the Colts like they did.
Yeah,
against
you're
the Jets.
not going to
That
get
shit ain't
that.
going to happen.
Yeah, you can't play like that.
And Waller,
Although, that call, even though I'm a Jets fan, I wanted them to lose. I said last week, Ruggs was going to get a deep one over the top, and he didn't get it. The whole game, I'm like, crap. I thought for sure he'd get it. 7 seconds left to go in the game. Boom, got it. Yeah, I was right.
well, I think the defensive coordinator,
No, this is
talked
the
about
thing.
this before. I think he just wanted an early vacation. He's ready.
No.
He was ready to go. He had his
Everybody-
bags packed out in the truck.
Everybody has this wrong. A lot of people are like, oh, he threw the game, or he did this, or he did. That's what he does. That's what he did. You go back to last season. I know the stats I saw were like, there's one time this happened. I don't know what qualifies. It disqualifies that stat, but this is what he does every time. Every time. We were down by 3, 0 cover blitz against, who was it? Last season. I want to say it was the Patriots.
I feel like it might have been.
And they did a bomb over the top.
That's happened before.
Bomb over the top to win the game. It's not the first time he's done it. This is what he does.
And now he has no job.
Yes. But I'm saying
It's
it
a ridiculous call.
It wasn't a surprise. Everybody in the media is making it like, oh, this is what he's always done. He did it on the Saints. This is not new. It's not a surprise. It's not like it's like, whoa. I could have told you that he was going to do that. There's a reason why our defense have been playing much better than they should with a bunch of young players. He just does crazy stuff you can't predict. Except that time, he was very predictable because it's what he always does.
Which was a nice transition into the next game.
Yeah.
Jets Seahawks. Jets are getting 14.5. That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points.
I actually don't see a ton of fantasy points in this game.
I see a lot.
They have it at 47 as the over-under. So
I see Metcalf getting a lot.
Vegas has it a little.
Metcalf.
Go over the top all day on the Jets.
Carson, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll say this. Ruggs, how many people? There's been several wide receivers like Tyreek Hill. They didn't go over the top. Thought Ruggs would. He got it at the end of the game with the last 7 seconds, but he was in check the whole game. He had 2 catches for like 13 yards up until the last 7 seconds.
But Wilson seems to love throwing it over the top.
Yeah, and he's a rookie.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that defense is very good in man coverage against athletic, fast wide receivers.
But
Well,
now,
then
what are they going to do? The defensive coordinator is going on. So now they got this whole new defensive scheme going on. They're not going to be able to do
It's
it.
not a whole new defensive scheme. You can't. First of all, you can't flip it mid-season. So even if a new defensive coordinator came in, they would adopt the original defensive scheme. The only thing that changes from last week to this week is who's calling the plays. Who's calling the plays? A guy Greg Williams brought in who works under him. He's going to call it similar. Maybe not as aggressive, but he's going to call it similar. So I don't see the Seahawks just throwing Hail Marys all day. The defense has been played well against that aspect. You can run on the Jets. You can throw dink and dunk passes on the Jets. You can beat the crap out of the Jets in a million different ways. But going over the top, they're pretty good at stopping that. So I don't know.
So you don't think that there will be a lot of points?
I don't think there's going to be a bunch of fantasy points. There's going to be specific people that you could play. Don't get me wrong. But there's a reason why Vegas has this at 47 and not 54, 51, 52, which we've seen before this game. This is the lowest line so far.
So how many touchdowns do you think the Seahawks put up?
Probably 3.
3? Does anybody get 2 touchdowns?
Maybe.
Metcalf.
Maybe someone gets 3. I don't know.
That'd be awesome if it was Metcalf, too.
I don't know exactly how it's going to transpire. I think Metcalf is probably the one that gets taken out. Lockett's more of a threat against the defense of the Jets. But if I had to guess, Russell Wilson might get 50 yards rushing in this game.
I mean, I can absolutely see that.
So he might be the best fantasy play on that team. They'll probably run the ball. They'll probably run the ball really well, and just the Jets will shoot themselves in the foot. The Seahawks defense might get a pick six, and then they just run the ball more.
It's a bad defense, but Seahawks have been playing bad the last couple of weeks. I think they need to prove something. They got to come back strong, get in this division, back in this playoff race. And the Jets have allowed 40.8 points to receivers on average per week, and I absolutely think they go over that.
Yeah, but if you look at the team as a whole,
I'm just talking about fantasy points.
Yeah,
I'll say, hold on, he's got to defend his Jets. Let him go.
I'm saying the team as a whole. Colts, Bills, Chiefs, and Raiders were their season lows against the Jets.
Now,
Jets are a bad team.
It don't matter what happened in the past.
I'm just saying. The Jets are such a bad team.
That was in the last 4 weeks?
They held. No, these teams, the Colts, the Bills, the Chiefs, they held them to their season low. So I'm just saying. I don't necessarily think the Jets can win this game, but I don't think they just blow up 57 points on them. I think it's relatively lower scoring. I didn't know it was 14.5. I don't want to pick the Jets, but I had it 20 to 10. So I'll stand by the Jets to cover 14.5 points.
I don't think they cover. I have a 31-17 Seahawks.
The only real issue I have with this team is Darnold plays really bad under pressure. And with the Jamal Adams aspect, I could see Pete Carroll just wanting to make fun of Adam Gase because of the whole altercation, the talk back and forth on Twitter, which happened when Adams was traded. He might just blitz the shit out of Darnold, and then Darnold just panics and just falls to pieces. He has not played good all season.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Thanks.
Yeah. Seattle wins at 27-17. I actually think the Jets will cover.
Yeah.
Did you do yours?
Yeah. I had 31-17. I haven't recovered. The line switched on me. So,
that's kind of what happened to me, too. Packers-Lions. This over-under's 55. Vegas thinks points are scored in this game. Lions are getting 7.5. And I think it goes over.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I'd say.
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
No,
I have it at 50. I have it 29-21 Packers.
29-21 Packers.
29-21 Packers.
Huh. I think there'd be more points scored.
Cephas.
Now you like Cephas. I was going to talk about Cephas.
Do you?
Amendola has a good matchup, but Cephas last week, he got that long touchdown, and he's going to be the guy open to me on this game. I think he has a shot to go out there and get something.
If you go to NFL.com and you sign up for the thing where you can see all the games or whatever after the fact, you can also put players in. This is what I use to analyze a player. You type in a player, and it'll just have every single time he was on the field. And you can just watch an hour and a half of one player play. Just do nothing. He'll run a route. He'll run whatever. I love this thing. But Cephas, whenever he has a good play, it's completely different. Like, I don't know if this guy is good at everything or if he just, accidentally does good shit.
I think he's capable of everything.
But I've seen him block players to the ground just in a block, twice his size. He does a good slant, did a good screen, did a good deep ball. I think he's a good player.
He's a guy who was supposed to go in the first round or early second, but he had off the field trouble, so he fell to, I think it was the 5th round. He fell pretty low, and then the Lions got him, and I think they got a steal.
I've always liked him, but this season, I like him more. I think he's relevant. I think he's relevant in this game. I think he's going to...
with Galladay out, it definitely helps him come back into the picture.
Oh, yeah, but Galladay's been out all year. He
Not
hasn't
all
He
year.
hasn't been a big
When
part.
Galladay was in there, he was out, but when Galladay came out, he came back in.
Yeah,
But Jones, I would expect Jones
been
to be
there for
gone next year.
5
So I think
years.
Cephas is going to grow. And Amendola, how much longer is he going to be there?
Yeah, I don't see Amendola being there long. I don't see Jones being there long. And I don't know if Galladay stays.
Yeah, I like Cephas next year.
It depends. If they get rid of Stafford and get some kind of nobody, his value probably goes back down.
Yeah.
But I like him this game.
I mean, it is time for the Lions to rebuild that team because I don't think Stafford's getting it done for him. He's been there how many years now and nothing. So it's time to move on.
They should start with the line.
What about Kerryon Johnson?
Swift's there.
I know, but he had a chance.
Yeah, but what'd he do?
That's my point.
Yeah.
Did he just give up?
I don't think he gave up.
I think that he missed.
I mean, he looked good for a little bit there, but
that was his opportunity to put tape on, to get out of there and go somewhere relevant. Now I think he's a backup third down. Like he's.
I think he's gonna be back. If he gets out of Detroit, he's gonna be a backup no matter where he goes.
Yeah, he's gonna be like a rotational player.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was holding him in Dynasty this entire season because I'm like, he's still a good player. He's still a good player. That was an opportunity he missed to become a good player again next year. Now he's just going to be stuck. He's going to turn into just a backup guy. He's going to be like a Mostert. He might get a shot later in his career, but he's going to have a couple years of being average.
I think it's going to be like a Theo Riddick.
You said that because Theo's a Lions guy.
Yeah.
I loved Theo. I don't know. I think the Lions are going to have a lot of moves, but other players are trying to put tape on. It's a rivalry game. I think they play them tough. I don't think they can cover, though. 29-21 Packers. I think that says it all.
I don't think they can win, but I think they can cover just because they're able to put up points. 31-27 is what I have it.
If they had Galladay.
Well, look at last week. They put up 34 points on the Bears.
It's the Bears.
Yeah, but it's still a good defense. The Packers.
I think
their defense is better than the Packers.
Maybe
not their cornerbacks, but their defense is better.
Oh, crap.
That reminds me. So I have this guy.
I know a
guy. He's a huge Packers fan. And for 3 years consecutively, every time he says something, the exact opposite has come true. Okay? He said that they're a garbage team this year. They might be the worst team in football. They're 9-3. They're one of the best teams in football. I talked to him again yesterday. You know what he said?
They're awesome.
He said the Packers had the worst defense in the NFL. I think the Packers defense plays like they're the best defense in the NFL.
I mean, their run defense might be the worst.
Just saying.
But that's a limb right there.
I'm willing to go out on that limb because for 3 years, this guy, everything he said, the exact opposite.
So what's this defense? Well,
just saying.
What do you mean it's going to be good? Define good.
One of the best.
One of the best. They're going to be a top 3 defense this week? That's one of the best.
Against the Lions? I don't know. Give me top 10. You're saying
top third?
You're saying they're one of the.
Third, that's not even top 12.
You're just saying they're one of the worst.
You're saying they're one of the best.
I know. So there's 15 teams in the middle.
I say they're going to be about an average team. I'll split the difference.
I'll give you top 5.
No.
All right.
No, it's not my ideology. It's just that guy. It's what he's. Every time he says it, the opposite always comes true.
Green Bay kills Detroit 31-20. Detroit can't cover that. Again, because they're not playing the Bears. Green Bay's a lot better.
Offensively.
Falcons, Chargers. Chargers are getting 1. Over-under's 49. I think this is a good game.
Oh, I think it'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Completely irrelevant game.
Yeah, neither team's going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere.
Gurley's back this week, but does it really matter?
No.
Julio's out, so you have Ridley.
This is more of a pride game.
Yeah. That and I think Herbert wants to redeem himself from last week. He should have did better. It's not that he did bad. It's just that he missed so much good stuff. I don't
he's
mean
a rookie though too.
I don't mean it in a way that he just missed it, meaning just bad circumstances, bad luck, where those things could have went the other way, and it would have been a big day, and he just kind of got the short end of the stick. I think he was close. It wasn't really his fault. Falcons' defense is terrible. He might look good this game. I think the Falcons' offense is just better. So I have them to win 28-26. 1 point's kind of a pick-em game anyway. I'd pick the Falcons to win.
I don't know. I'd pick the Chargers 27-24. You got Julio out, that hurts him. Ridley, he has trouble when he's the number one. At least I think so.
Yeah, but Gage kills it.
As the 2?
When Julio's out, Gage is a startable fantasy option.
But Atlanta's been a good run defense, though.
The biggest bump is Hurst. When
Yeah,
Julio
that is a
doesn't
good
play,
bump. Yeah,
Hurst has a good game.
that would probably be the play to have for the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think the Chargers flat out win this game too. I got Chargers winning at 24-21.
Yeah, I like Eckler this week.
I have yet to ever say the words, I like Eckler.
Really?
His entire career.
Oh, I like him.
I
You
think
saying it this week?
no.
Why not?
Atlanta's a good
I
run
just
defense,
don't like
but
Eckler.
they're bad through the
Okay.
air.
I don't think he's a bad running back. It's just he's not.
What don't you like about him?
He's not big enough. He's too much of a
How many running backs have heard that? Oh, he's not big enough. He's not fast enough. Come on.
the same argument
Is he
is
getting the job
applied
done?
across the board. Yeah, but at any moment he could just end his career.
Yeah, but this week,
He's a Philip Lindsay. I like Lindsay. I would never start Lindsay on a fantasy team. Ever. I could never do it. I like him.
I would start Lindsey. I mean,
But
it would be in a very specific
I would
matchup.
I would never say the words to an audience about a fantasy game saying I like Eckler.
I like Eckler.
I don't.
I have no comment on the situation.
Washington 49ers 43.5. Take the over to the bank. It's a lock. If I would bet this game, which I probably will, I'll bet the over.
Can't argue that fact. I mean,
I got the
that is low. 43.
They're both playing really good football right now.
They are, but they're playing good defense football too, and I think it's a low-scoring game.
thing that hurts Washington though is no Gibson.
Yeah,
I don't
hurts.
like that.
They don't have a running back without him. Yeah, they have McKissick, they have Barber, but come on.
Nobody even cared about Gibson until 2 weeks ago. Now they lose Gibson, and it's they can't even win a game now.
We didn't say they couldn't win a
It's
game.
It's the Redskins. They're not good to begin with.
Who?
Well, neither are the Niners.
Who the hell are the Redskins? I have no idea who that is.
No?
I've never seen a Redskins team play at all this year.
You can get all political and woke on me now?
No. I call them the maroon shirts. That's all they are, just red shirts.
They're the Redskins.
They are.
They're the women dressed up like pigs. That's what they've always been. You changing someone's identity because it made you feel different? That's fucked up.
Just trying to talk football.
Huh.
It's a Redskins.
As a Cowboys fan, I've despised the Redskins my entire life.
Oh,
And I've got a couple of cousins who are
I know
fans
how-
of theirs
I want
who
to bother him now.
don't watch the podcast because of the fact that they're no longer a Redskin team. So I'm not going to give the Redskins any love. I don't want to call them the Redskins.
You hate Indians? Is that what's going on?
Hey, don't be throwing that shit at us. I love the Native American people. The women. No.
Hey, you're married.
Yes.
You're married. Let's
No, I'm
stop
just
right
saying.
there. Let's move on. The Redskins rush the passer. They do it better than anyone else in the NFL. The Niners have been playing like they should. They're just like the Broncos. It's had a lot of adversity. I think they played through it well. They got super lucky. This is what I will say about the Niners. They played all of their East Coast away games when all this crap was going on. They got really lucky by playing the Jets and the Giants and when, they were terrible. They end the season.
When the Jets were terrible.
They don't have a home anymore, though.
Okay, just saying.
Well, they've got a home. They're just not allowed to go to it.
Their travel is less now, and they have more of their pieces back than ever before. So I think they're going to end the season strong. I think Washington probably wins this game. I have it 28-24. I don't feel great about it, but this is going to be a great game to watch. I would bet the over, 100%.
I have it under. I have it 23-17. But yeah, this Washington. Yeah.
Who
But
benefits because Gibson's out? I think
I would take McKissick.
Because it's not bad. I
It's
like
the safer
I take
option,
McKissick
too.
over
I like
Barber.
McKissick.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe you like McKissick, but you don't like Eckler.
Because he's a lonely tons.
Who does better?
He's a crazy person.
Who does better, Eckler or McKissick?
Eckler.
You think you want to go with this?
I say, you want to run this?
I don't know. I think you guys are crazy.
I think you're crazy. McKissick over
McKissick.
Eckler?
Dude, what has Eckler done lately?
He has a starting job. Meanwhile, McKissick couldn't beat out Barber or Gibson.
Fair enough. But just last week, if all these ads would get off my screen right now, holy crap.
I don't know what site you're going to. Get off the porn and you'll be all right.
Last week he had 10 catches for 70 yards.
Yeah.
That's
Eckler's completely capable of that, too. It's not necessarily consistent.
17 points.
Yeah, 1 week.
The week before,
Boom and bust, boom and bust, boom and bust. This week, Eckler over McKissick.
Easily.
okay. I think I would go the other way, but I'm not enough to stand on a hill and plant my flag. But I would go the other way. I would say McKissick has a better week than Eckler, just because he's going to get more passing volume.
All right.
Unless McLaurin just goes batshit, then they feed him all day.
Well, we're not going to put you on the board for this, but we're going to come back to this next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we should put it on the board just so we can come back to it.
That's
Just
true. That's kind of a good point. Yeah, as a reminder. We probably
know,
should. Yeah.
The thing is you guys try so hard to call me out on shit that you're just feeding me on the board when you need to go on the board because you're negative,
Mind your business.
and then you
I'm
benefited.
good.
You
I'm
benefited
okay.
from preseason things
up
where
and
they
down.
got season-ending injuries, and you're like, "Oh, look, I just got 2 points."
I'm good at telling you what things are going to happen before the season starts.
I think you're both full of crap. Washington does not win this game. San Francisco does. 28-24.
Saints, Eagles. Eagles are getting 7.5. That's not enough. Over under's 42.5, which I think is silly because I have the Saints getting 31 by themselves.
Well, I mean, the Eagles could definitely get less than 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I got the Saints gotten 31 too, but I don't get the Eagles scoring that many points.
I like Greg Ward. I like Godert maybe in this matchup.
You like Ward? You like both those passing options?
Why?
With Hurts?
With Hurts playing?
Yeah.
Not Wentz.
Dude, I hate Wentz.
Everybody hates
Maybe
Wentz.
so, but
Philadelphia
you
hates
going to
Wentz.
Hurts, you think that's going to make it better?
He's
This is his first
Rookies-
official start.
rookie. Okay. You don't know what you don't know. And every time you get a rookie, starts a game, even half a season, they go out there like they know it all, and they just start throwing the ball. They just throw it. Right?
Is that what they do?
That's what they
It's
do.
all over.
Now, they either find success or they don't. But it takes them a while, like Darnold, who was a very aggressive thrower, looked really good, and then he get beats down, and now he sucks. It's because now he realizes he doesn't know what he don't know. So he's going to be overly aggressive. They have little to lose, and they're going to be so far down in this game, garbage time. Yeah, I like Ward and Goddard because they're going to be down by a lot. They're going to have garbage time. They're going to play prevent defense, and they're going to get a bunch of easy throws over the middle, short.
I like Goddard because of it.
Yeah, I think so. That's
It's easy just to dump it off to your tight end. Go to your
why I
pacifier and
love
have fun.
Sanders. I think Sanders is a lock this week.
I like Sanders.
He's been underperforming continuously.
I see them.
but
I can see them feeding Sanders a lot.
yeah,
this game.
week. They even said, Pedersen said that he wants to get him a lot of screens, a lot of dump offs for Hurts to help him out.
Yeah, well, I highly doubt the head coach is going to say, "Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do next game," and then does it.
They do that.
Well, that's probably why they're 3-8. That's pitiful.
Yeah, it's coaching.
Hey, he was rumored that he might go to the Jets, so one bad coach.
That makes
to the next.
sense. Yeah.
I can see that.
But yeah, I have it 27-17 Saints.
Yeah, Saints win at 31-10.
Yeah, we're all on the board here.
I think that's the only one we all agreed on.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of movement after this week because
Getting close to the end of the season. Can't hold anything back now.
That's right. Make your push. Make it now. Push it in there. Really squeeze it.
You just
Yeah, I had to go there. My apologies.
I was about to yell at him for like maybe getting us like kicked off YouTube because he's trying to like copyright stuff, and then you just go rated X on me. and
copyright.
If you just
I
if you
can
just
do that.
vocally sing a song,
That's not a song though.
I'm just saying you get a copyright strike because the algorithm of YouTube's gonna be like, hey, that's not yours. So
Saying 5 words.
I'm just saying. Steelers Bills. Steelers getting 2, 48.5. I can't compete with YouTube. I got one supporter.
Oh,
So
you've got one supporter. Double A and I got nothing?
I got 6.
I talked.
Yeah. We got 6.
That's
Get
right.
6.
Yeah.
We got 6.
There we go.
Yeah, now what?
What the hell are you guys talking about?
I'm moving up.
I'm so lost right now. Do you guys want to talk about what happened to the Steelers?
But what happened to him? How the Washington just beat him?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
It was
That
nice
was-
to watch.
It was so
You
awesome.
guys hate the Red.
I still hate them, but it was still nice for them to beat the other team that I hate to death, too.
Yeah, the Steelers are number 1 in the NFL the last 2 weeks in a category that kind of explains it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is?
No running.
You know what it is? Dropped passes.
Oh.
They dropped more passes than any other team in the NFL
That'll hurt you.
last 2 weeks in a row.
I was telling people, say, look, the Steelers have looked shaky on pretty much all their games. That shakiness was going to get them eventually. I thought it'd be in the playoffs. I really thought they'd run the regular season and get beat up in the playoffs.
And
Still
they-
don't
that
think
would've-
they're going to get that.
That
far in
would
the
have
playoffs.
happened. That would have happened.
And I think it's still going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen. I'm glad they lost. I would have preferred it earlier in the season, but I'm glad they lost.
That's right.
I
You
said
got
this,
them winning it all.
I said this about the Chiefs. I said this about the Packers. A good team needs to lose to keep
Yeah.
them focused.
I said it last week. They don't make it past the divisional round. And I still
Which
think
I think this is what could happen. I think they looked past Washington. They were like, oh, we should be able to smoke these guys. And it came back to bite them in the ass.
maybe, but they do have Connor back, and that helps a lot because they need to get something going on the ground.
Yeah, but that Bills defense isn't horrible.
No, it's
They're
a good defense.
They're pretty good defense.
I'm going to pick the Steelers to come back, bounce back here. I'm still not sold on the Bills.
Mm-mm.
So, I think it's a close game. I think they're close to each other. I'm not sold on the Bills. I like the Steelers. I still think it's 28-26. I'm going to take the Steelers to win. If the Bills can win here, then I think they're a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs. They could go deep. They got to win these types of games, though. Not against the Jets, right? They got to have a game
Yeah.
against good, valued teams. And right now, their 3 losses are good teams. They need to beat a good team.
They beat the Rams,
They did beat the Rams. Barely.
although they should have lost that game.
Barely.
They did beat them.
And that was when the Rams, I argued for the first 5 weeks of the season, this is not the Rams. They're not playing up to
It
expectations.
wasn't for the whole 5, but yeah, it was.
They
in
were not
that
playing
span
up to their
roughly.
expectations. Rams are now. So, if they played them
They're
right
playing
now,
better. I mean, Akers.
I think
the-
it's an
yeah.
easy Ram win if the Bills play the Rams this week.
The Bills also, they beat the Seahawks by 10.
They did beat the Seahawks by 10.
I mean, so they're good enough.
They are good. I have it very close. I
Yeah.
think these two teams are very close together. I think they're a good matchup.
Yeah, I have a 27-24 Steelers win, and I'm a little surprised that they're that big of an underdog. It should have been a pick 'em, I feel.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Steelers are the underdog just because they lost one game.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
I do. Bills win this one 27-20.
Ooh, do you take them straight up?
I'm taking Bills minus the 2.
You have them to win by 7.
Yeah.
That's 9 points off the spread.
Yeah, the Bills are going to win straight up.
That's what I was asking.
Yes.
Oh.
Bills win it straight up.
Okay.
Yes. But they're getting points, so it doesn't matter. But yes,
Well, if you
they
pick
will
them straight up.
win the game straight up, yes.
Ravens Browns Monday night game. 47 is the over-under. Browns keep it going. The Ravens are a good team, but they're not a playoff team. If they make it to the
Not a
playoffs,
deep one.
it's not because they deserve to be there. It's because half the league is so fucking bad. They just fell into it. Ravens are a solid team, but they're not a playoff team. The Browns, I'll take it a step back. Baker Mayfield has finally started becoming consistent. He still misses throws.
Yeah, I
He
would
threw-
wait a little bit longer to call him consistent.
He threw a ball 8 feet over Njoku's head. He still misses throws.
Okay.
But he's been consistent in the aspect of just moving the ball downfield. You know kind of what to expect. He's not holding the ball too long. He's young. Kind of. He's the oldest young guy.
All right.
He entered the team, what was he, 24, turned 25 when the season started his rookie year, or something like that. He was like 2 years older than the average quarterback drafted. Not as bad as the one quarterback the Browns drafted a couple years back. That was supposed to be the answer. Don't even remember his name anymore.
There's so many of them.
Dude, if you got to go down a list of Browns quarterbacks, we'd have a whole show just on that.
No, I think the Browns can hold their running game close enough to keep them from being able to get the touchdown quickly. I think the Browns they can get the touchdown quickly.
Chew the clock.
I think the clock moves pretty quick in this game, but there's going to be explosive plays
There
on
are.
both sides.
Andrews is coming back this week. He was on COVID. He did have it, but he apparently lost some weight. I'm not that concerned about it. It's a great matchup for him. Browns have been notoriously bad against tight ends for I don't even know how long now. It's forever. So I think Andrews is a lock as long as he comes back fully healthy.
I can easily see this game going over or being really low scoring, like a 10-3 game, like a real defensive struggle. I can see either one. They know each other, play each other a lot. They're going to play each other hard. I just think the Browns continue their roll forward.
I think they do too. I got Cleveland winning this one 24-21. I don't think Baltimore covers.
We all take the Browns there?
Yeah, but 27-23 Browns won.
Mm-hmm.
If you like what you see, then like the video. Because we
They like what they see.
We fucking need it.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Right?
Later.
Hook some fellas up.